Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sunday Funny. You're such a piece of shit, Matt. I don't know what's wrong with you tonight.
Starting hot on week 11.
I don't know what's gotten into you.
I'm literally just vibing.
No, you're I guess like a bad vibe can still be vibing, right? You don't have a good vibe right now, that's for sure. Welcome to the recap of week 11. We're going to be heading into week 12 next week. We're really getting into crunch time in the NFL football season, boys. We are recording about halfway through the Monday nighter, the Cowboys-Raiders game. I'll just say this right away. I'm going to be at least checking the score frequently. I know you guys are both actually watching as we record, so maybe you guys can let me know as well. But Cowboys are my confirmed survivor pick for this week to keep me alive in the season. Only 17 people left. And I'm the only one this week that took the Cowboys. Everybody that already picked is through to the next round already. So I'm just on an island here. Yeah, wow. A lot of people had the Texans, which I had available, but I was told divisional ones don't pick them; they will never win. So I couldn't pick the Ravens as well because they're divisional. Oh, both those teams won. So yeah. So I'm out here with the Cowboys. I really desperately need a Cowboys win. So that's that. How are you guys? What's going on with you, Matt?
Yeah, what is going on with you?
What do you mean? I haven't done anything since we've started.
What about the 10 minutes before we started?
Sorry that my laptop.
I'm not talking about technical difficulties. Those happen to the best of us.
Then what are you talking about?
Well, before you were all grumpy, and then as soon as we started, you're all happy all of a sudden.
I was like, I've just been riding the same wave the whole time, boys.
I asked you if you thought maybe your mic was far away, and you're like, it's right in front of my fucking face.
Well, it is.
Well,
you're always talking about people's mics, and it's right in front of my face. Like, I don't know how else it can be different.
Well, do you see how you're sitting now, and you're going like this? Before you were sitting like this. So that's if you.
Yeah, that's because we were recording. I was leisurely getting things ready.
And I was just asking a question, okay?
Yeah, it was a dumb question.
It wasn't. I'm concerned about the listeners just being able to hear you, even though I don't even know if they want it.
God, it's good to be back.
Brett, we missed you last week.
You did know you're alive.
Yeah, you get to know you. What were you thinking listening to that?
Could have used a little more concern if you guys actually thought I died.
So far off the rails on that, I don't know what happened.
Well, we were joking around, but then the at least tiny little thought comes in like, oh my gosh, could you imagine if he's actually dead?
Oh, by the way, you were going to post that one? That's disrespectful. Well, you guys said you were going to post that episode no matter what.
Well, no, but I was thinking we'd post it and then find out the next morning you're dead. We're not going to take it down. We're going to take the views.
Yeah.
And then would you have taken the next week off?
No, I think that would have been our all-time high for listens.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I think we would have had to, and we would have
It would have been a sad episode though, Brad. It would have been dedicated to you.
We might have actually done it live from your funeral.
That's fine. I mean, that's a good way to honor me, I guess.
Live.
As long as Matt says divisional 12 more times in it, I'm fine.
People would be tuning in from coast to coast.
Yeah. Divisional. I have some things to talk about that. But let's quick talk about. We do have a guest joining us when we once we get down to the Packers game. We had some boots on the ground action. We need to talk about a guest, so we will get to that shortly. But let's start with our Thursday nighter: the New England Patriots 27. The New York Jets 14. I had hockey. I know both of you guys watched this. I actually texted you guys on the way home because I was going to be home in time to watch like half the third quarter and the fourth. I said, is it worth turning this on? You guys said no, but maybe. But I looked and it was just all Patriots and I asked you guys what you thought the storyline would be, and I heard it was probably just good things about Drake May. So that was all the more for me to not worry about watching. What do you guys have on this game?
I mean, I don't know what to really take away from it. Obviously, the Jets are one of the worst. Unfortunately, the Patriots are one of the best. We'll say in the AFC, though, not in the league, just the AFC. They've been one of the best this year. So, I mean, pretty predictable game in a way. Obviously, it was divisional, so it could have gone either way. We all know that.
There are so many divisional games this week that happen. If you talk about it being divisional every single time, we're going to have issues.
I think we already have issues, so
Confirmed. And I want to get into the divisional chatter at some
Yep.
point, like get into why it's pissed me off so much, but that can't happen now because we're keeping things moving. So can you just refrain from saying that word until we can talk about it?
for sure. Justin Fields, though, riding the pine going forward. Tyrod Taylor, the new starting quarterback
Really?
for the New York Jets.
Didn't know that.
That'll be something to watch this week. They play.
Will it?
Who cares?
I mean, they play the Ravens, boys.
I can't.
Watch
I'll say about the Patriots. I can't have Drake May winning that award. It's not going to happen.
What
It
award?
won't happen. What?
3 letter word,
MVP?
3 letters. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I wasn't planning on. Yeah, I can't. It can't go. It can't go. Josh Allen should have been Lamar last year. It can't go. Josh Allen to Drake May. I just can't. I can't live in that world.
Ooh.
That's fair.
I can't live in that world. So I'm going to be campaigning hard for right now Matthew Stafford, because the other option I don't want to win either, which he shouldn't. Josh Allen I think is the third highest odds right now when I checked last. I can't have him or Drake May. So Matthew is your 2025 MVP. He should be.
The Patriots didn't even look that good, if I'm being honest. It was probably the worst game I've seen from them, and they still obviously won. Drake played great, but their secondary is bad. So when they play a good offensive team, it'll probably show. And they have a skating schedule the rest of the way. I will say, I hate people using the schedule thing for them. They did beat the Bills and the Bucks.
Yeah, but
those are 2 good teams.
I mean, Matt was a schedule guy when the Dolphins had their best season they've had. Like it's just when people are.
The only reason I had to go there though is because you didn't beat any teams over 500, or maybe like one team or something.
2, same as what the Pats have done.
Wow, that's sick.
I think that wraps up this game.
For sure.
Patriots are a wagon. I can't believe I'm living in a world where the Bears are in first in their division and the Patriots have the best record in the AFC. That just doesn't
seriously.
That the NFC North and this it just doesn't. It's not a world I'm necessarily comfortable living in. Being in. I mean, I do plan to still live in it. I don't. I'm not comfortable being in it. Okay, I think our guest is here, so maybe Matty P, you can let him in while I tee up this game. We have the Green Bay Packers 27 and the New York Giants 20. Sam Meyer had boots on the ground there. Sam, how's it going tonight?
Yeah, it's going good. Thanks for having me on, boys.
Always happy to have you. I feel like this is it's a yearly, at least yearly thing to have you on. And I think last year you taught us about some stats we didn't know about.
QBR, baby.
Yeah, we did. You might have helped us with some names the other year. We do have a new name guy now, so we don't need the help there. What was it like? I mean, I talked to you Thursday Night Hockey before you went. You said you were a little nervous that it was going to be Jameis. I would have been too. Obviously, Jameis over Russell Wilson he has weird games that spark things. Packers did get the win, though. How was it being there?
It was really cool. I mean, first off, Jameis is just an electric factory. Just everything he does is just hilarious. So it's so cool to be in the stadium with him. Just see him, what he's doing. Like he's always Jameis, whether there's cameras on him or not, right? Like he's doing stupid stuff on the sidelines. At one point they were doing the dancing cam and they cut to Jameis and he was just giving her all he got for the crowd.
Oh my God.
It was something I'd be too embarrassed to do, but Jameis was giving her.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
He needs to be the starter until Dart's back. I hope it's I hope it's Russell. Yeah. I don't know what they do with him.
And I mean, it was a bit of the Jameis experience, right? Because he actually played pretty well, except for he threw like 5 dropped picks and then 1 actual pick. So it was perfect Jameis game. We were sitting in the end zone, just off to the side of the field goal posts, and because it was I don't know if you saw this, 3 missed extra points.
Yeah, windy.
It was actually electric being just where you're gonna miss. It's like when you're in the outfield in a baseball game and there's a ball coming right at you. It was like,
oh, that's
it's cool. So cool. Like there was a ball that sailed like 3 rows over our head.
Oh, do they? Do,
Like,
they,
wow.
so
do you
cool.
get to keep those balls if you catch them?
I'm not sure if you do. I feel like you can't keep them, but
So they didn't have a net up blocking it, like it was just sailing right into the crowd.
this is what I learned. The net only really covers if it goes through. If it misses by more than a little bit, it's going into the crowd.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, wow.
So if you're going to a game, I highly recommend picking just off to the side and just
Yeah.
you're cheering for misses on the field goals.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it was a good game. Packers look good. I mean, tough to make it so close still. But I mean, Jordan Love, he played actually unbelievable. The stat line doesn't look like it, but he was so good. We dropped like on defense we dropped balls, but on offense we also dropped like at least 4 or 5
Yeah, dogs.
very, very catchable balls. So Jordan Love looked good, and Josh Jacobs got injured, which was a bit sad, but I think we'll be okay for a few weeks. He'll be back.
Yeah, Sam, Packers are sitting at 6-3-1, second in the NFC North. Just what are your thoughts on the season so far, and what are your thoughts on the Week 9 loss to the Carolina Panthers?
Well, first off, that was probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to us.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, I think I'm okay with where we're at. I don't think the Bears are staying up there. There's no way.
I agree. There's no way.
They're if you want to say fraud watch is incoming here.
I'd put them in that conversation.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't even like they're I saw it today. They're in first in the NFC North, but their playoff like percentages to make it is like at 54 or something. So
yeah, they got a tough schedule.
I think the odds makers know that there's a good chance they're not staying.
Yeah,
there.
they got Eagles, Steelers, Packers, Lions, Niners. Like it's so
That's a gauntlet. That's a gauntlet.
They might not win another game. We'll see.
Jacob's injury update. Does anyone know that? Is he like hurting bad?
I think he's like week to week. He'll probably miss a game or two.
Yeah, because that
not
would
bad.
obviously be a big loss.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, and then the friggin' Carolina Panthers loss. That was just sad. I mean, Rico Dowdle was just unbelievable that game, like unstoppable. We were hitting him behind the line like 80% of the time, and he'd still get 7 yards. Like just a beast. And yeah, our offense looked bad, but we'll see. I think I'm still looking up, and I think we got good hope for the future. When we play well, we are a juggernaut. We just have very inconsistent.
I mean, it was my Super Bowl pick at the start of the year, and obviously there's been some pretty big bumps. Like, I mean, what's the record now? 5-5,
6-3-1,
6-3-1, and then that one tie against the Cowboys, loss against the Panthers, and who was the other bad loss?
Browns.
Browns. Yeah. So a couple ugly losses in there, but that was probably Micah Parsons' best game as a Packer, I would say. Would you agree with that?
Honestly, I don't think so. Like, he was fine and he did well, but he's actually been pretty good every game. He's just getting double teamed like all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching him some snaps, just like focusing on him, and it was hilarious. They chip him, and then he'd get double teamed by 2 linemen. So it's like, like no wonder he's not getting home sometimes.
It's insane when he gets out into a space where like a QB scrambling and he's just full on sprint. It's insane how fast he is at just like sprinting.
So
like
terrifying.
that's a big man that can pick him up and put him down.
I'm pretty sure his 40 time is like 4.39, which is like faster than some receivers.
Yeah,
that's
that's
wild.
insane. Any other? Do you guys have any questions about the Packers before we let Sam give his picks? Do you guys have anything else about the Packers?
Not necessarily a Packers question, but if you had to choose 2 teams to meet in the Super Bowl, what are your thoughts? Going into Week 12 here, who would you have?
Oh, well, I think probably. Well, if I'm being a homer, maybe Packers, but maybe realistically, I think the Rams are looking just stupidly strong.
Yeah.
On the NFC side, and then AFC, I think probably Baltimore. But I mean, the AFC is kind of there. Everyone's a little bit weak on the AFC this year. So.
AFC is a weird one this year for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like
week to
we might be
week.
getting a tattoo week.
Well,
If the playoffs started today, he would be.
yeah, I was I had a thought about that a little bit today, but we're not gonna panic quite yet. Well, we're not gonna panic yet. Brett, did you have a question?
Yeah, one quick question, but a quick update on the football. You cannot keep footballs. They have
Oh.
tracking devices in them,
Oh.
and they want the data apparently. But like, couldn't you just hide it?
Yeah, take that thing.
Just book it out of the stadium then.
Yeah.
The one
They'll know where you are, though.
The Bills game, they did that. Yeah, just take the tracker out. You see it in movies all the time. They just take the tracker out.
And then,
Last question I have, Sam, is what was the Giants stadium like?
MetLife is it's okay. It's not a very special stadium, and it's in the
Mhm.
middle of nowhere. Like for being New York City, it's like very remote.
Tailgate?
Really?
Tailgating is okay. It's like I don't know. It wasn't the coolest experience ever, like the actual stadium. I've been to a few others, and they've been, I think, all nicer.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Giants fans are not super bought in at this point.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very, very resigned crowd.
Fair.
Very much like, yeah, we're expecting to lose, and there was like 40% Packers fans. So it was fun once the Packers won. There was all the Packers fans left who were just cheering with each other. But yeah, the Giants, you didn't really get like a hostile atmosphere where the Giants were like, we want to win. It was kind of like, we're fine with losing.
Yeah. Well, because you've been to Lambeau, obviously. You were in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, I've done Lambeau, I've
Buffalo?
done Levi's, I've done Detroit.
Yeah.
I don't
right.
think I've done Buffalo yet.
Minnesota? Were you in Minnesota?
No,
That'd be a cool one, I think.
but I mean, I don't think I'm gonna actually go. But Packers play the Vikings the same weekend as World Junior Finals are in Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
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 That's got to be the busiest Minnesota will ever be.
It sounds like just knowing that maybe you are going.
Well, I don't know if I am going because I went this weekend here, but
Yeah.
that would be electric.
That would
Yeah.
be wild.
That would be. Okay, Sam, do you got 3 spread game picks for us?
Yeah, I got 3. So I decided this time I'm going for making sure that Brady gets his tattoo here. So we're going to go Indy over KC. I think I get 3.5. Like plus 3.5 for Indy.
For the
We're
Colts.
going Pittsburgh plus 3 over Chicago. Keep them ahead of them. And then Baltimore minus 13 over the Jets. I think that's the best line to keep KC out of the playoffs.
Love that. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I need the Chiefs in the playoffs bad. They will. They'll find it here. It's definitely getting a little scary though. Okay, Sam, appreciate you coming on. We'll let you go and go Pack go. I still have a future bet on them. I think I could get them at a much nicer price now than I did at the start of the year, but that's okay.
All right, go Pack go. Bye
See ya.
bye.
Thanks, Sam. Keep pounding.
Thanks, Sam.
Did you say keep pounding or did he?
He sure didn't.
All right, Matt. When your computer was buffering before we started recording, Brett and I decided that we're only doing 2 games that don't deserve our time this week because we had the Ravens Browns in there and we got to talk a little bit about Shador. So
I said why he didn't do anything.
Exactly.
yeah, good. Okay, should we just talk about him quick now then?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're
What do you
giving
mean?
Shador the stage.
Shador is one of the more polarizing guys in the NFL, and he's played 13 snaps. Like he's a fun
he's
story.
Polarizing,
to talk
all
about.
right. He had quite a game.
I'm not saying he had quite a game. I don't want like Gabriel, obviously.
Okay, let's get into Shador then. 4 for 16, 47 yards, a pick, passer
What's
rating
your-
of
what's your hate?
13.5 with a fumble.
What's your hate? Like, what's the difference between Dylan Gabriel and Shador other than obvious?
Nothing.
reasons
I
that
called
you
it
hate?
last year. People are like, "Oh, he's going top 5. He's going top 5." I said I wouldn't want him, and I was right. He went in the 4th round.
Why do you hate
But
him?
okay,
That's what I'm
shouldn't you
asking.
be
I don't
happy
hate him.
then?
I said before the season starts, it's entertaining if he plays, but I'm not ready to talk. Like the guy played horrendous quarterback this week.
He did.
I mean, like, there's.
I mean,
like,
he did. There's no
Dylan
like if
Gabriel
and or
hasn't
buts
played a-
around it.
Dylan Gabriel hasn't played a good quarter of football in his career yet, though.
His stats were a lot better than Shador's.
A lot
He
better.
also-
What were Gabriel's stats this game?
His trip is 7 for 10, 70% pass completion. Shador was 4 for 16 at 25%,
How many yards did Gabriel get in those 7 for 10?
68,
Oh wow,
almost 10 yards, almost 10 yards a catch.
that's looking like a Bryce stat line, except for 1 week.
Good one.
Hey, Shador got thrown in there out of nowhere. Let's give him a full week if he ever
Yeah.
starts,
Yeah, I think
and then
like
we'll see.
even just like there's a couple plays he was elusive out there a little bit. I'm not saying Shador's great by any means either, and he obviously didn't play good there. I want to see him
George
though.
Pickens touchdown.
Really?
Is that bad or good?
Well, I really need
Good.
the Cowboys to win, so good.
All right. 23-6.
Okay,
Looking
so
good.
they won.
But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I want him to start a game. I do. But like
Okay.
for going into this game and doing what he did, like
Okay.
he looked bad.
Okay. Well, the Browns can stay in our fast minute then. If you have anything more to add about the Browns, add it now because Matt doesn't want to talk about Shador, and it has nothing to do with Texans 16, Titans 13 is our one game in this. 49ers 41. 49ers 41. That feels weird to say. And the Arizona Cardinals 22. Baltimore Ravens 23. Cleveland Browns 16. Matt, you hit the music. I can start. We'll go to Brett and then Matt. Mark Andrews ran one of the coolest fake tush pushes I've ever seen for a 35-yard rushing touchdown.
Miles
Sky
Garrett.
Moore
Go ahead, Brett.
Sky Moore had a 99-yard return and didn't score a touchdown.
Oh,
Miles Garrett once again dominating the game with 2 sacks on Lamar.
Brock Purdy returned for a win and had 3 passing touchdowns, 2 to George Kittle.
Jacoby Brissett broke the NFL completion record with 47 and 57.
That's insane.
Will the Titans ever not be on this list of games nobody cares about?
Say something nice about the Titans. 9 different players caught a pass from Cam Ward.
Cam Ward hasn't thrown for over 300 yards yet.
49ers offense is officially healthy with Brandon Ayuk being the only main piece still missing.
And in case you didn't watch any of the Texans-Titans game, the Texans actually won with a last-second field goal. Oh, look at that. Great timing there. Great timing. Kobe Brissett, shout out.
Yeah, shout out Jacoby Brissett.
Crazy. That stat line is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is a wild one. Okay, and we got some wild games to talk to, so let's get right into it here. We will start. Sorry, lost my list here. Lots of things going on.
Should we go head to Sunday morning?
We're heading to Sunday morning. Yeah,
we're headed to Sunday morning in Spain, Madrid. Miami Dolphins 16. The Washington Commanders 13.
Thank you. Yeah,
I just had to tee one up for you. It was a win. You know, I felt like you deserved that tee up.
Thank you. Overtime win, massive win. The path said we needed this win. We got this win. Only 1 touchdown in the game. Ugly defense played great again though. Jordan Brooks 20 tackles in the game. This man had 20 tackles.
Jesus.
Yeah, leading the NFL by a good margin in tackles. I'll continue to bring his name up and as Matt likes to say, Devon Achane, just a receiving running back, 21 rushes for 120 yards. That's now 2 games in a row over 100 yards rushing. He continues to be dominant as a running back, both receiving and rushing. Sorry for always bringing him up right away, but he is easily our best player, and I will continue to do it. And that's Jalen Waddle, uncharacteristically. There we go. I found it. Had like 4 really bad drops that would have put us into good spots in this game. One of them probably would have went for a touchdown because he was past everybody. I think that's just a off game for Waddle. He doesn't have many of those. He still finished 52 yards. Tua just did what he needed to do. Nothing special, nothing great, nothing bad though. No turnovers. And we beat a bad Commanders team. That's what you got to do when you're on the path back to a winning record and sneaking in the last wild card. You got to win games like this, and that's what we did.
So what's the status of the door? Let's just get into it. What's the status of the door?
Yeah, I mean,
last week it was open, or 2 weeks ago it was like a hair. Last week it was like a small crack.
There's a draft getting in last week.
Yeah,
is that what it was? A draft?
Yeah, there's a draft, and I'd still say it's a similar size draft coming through the house. It certainly hasn't got any smaller. Maybe a little bit bigger. It is getting cold out here, so we're feeling a little bit more come in.
Isn't that bad for you guys though?
Well, it's like the Miami Dolphins don't play in Linwood, Ontario, so I wouldn't say
Yeah.
there's too much of a correlation
True.
there.
True.
Thank God, because they couldn't.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good, which is why, Brett, you heard my path last week. You weren't on to comment on it, but which is why that Steelers game, when I do think I don't think we're worse than the Steelers if you just put us throw us in a dome or in Florida. I don't think we're worse than the Steelers by any means, but a Monday night in Pittsburgh, likely shitty weather. That's just the one that scares me a little bit. And then unfortunately the Bucs come. Listen, we can only lose one more game. There's only one more, and possibly we can't even lose one more. So we gotta put the pedal down. It's just fun to be caring about this team getting wins again. Because should I be cheering for losses still? Probably yes, but that's not what I decided. That ain't for me. I don't like that life.
So you're marking up Saints Jets. You assume you're going to win after the bye week.
Yeah, those need to be those have to be must. Like,
and then you're counting the Bengals as a win, I would assume.
Yeah.
So you need Steelers, Bucks, and then Patriots to end it, but they might not even be playing their players.
That's what I said in my path. Yeah, the Patriots, their Bills are going to lose another 1 or 2 down the stretch here. Patriots have the AFC East locked up. Drake May won't start. None of their defensive. So that game's a win. That's already a guaranteed win.
Okay, so Steelers, Bucks.
Steelers, Bucks. We got to win one, maybe both of those, and have to already win all the other ones we talked about. So it's a lot of winning.
You might have the first GM bump I've ever seen.
Yeah, 2-0
since firing.
2-0 since firing our GM. And the thing I'm most happy about is like everyone at the start of the year. If you listen, like, pardon my take, we were supposed to be like the bad vibes team of the year, the team that just quits. I love that especially the guys on defense, they were down bad a couple times. It never really seemed like they quit, and that's why I'm like, maybe Mike McDaniel. I don't know if he's like the future. He's for sure around this year, so I'm going to support my guy. I think he's probably our guy next year too. I think he's just going to be around as long as Tua's around because he gets a lot out of Tua. But say what you want about the guy, the fact that the players are still playing for him when we were like 2-7. I think that shows a lot about a coach because they're still out there trying, like working hard, and you can see in the dressing room their new thing on defense. Whenever a guy gets a pick after the game, they chant his name in like a cool way. That doesn't sound cool me explaining that, but
no, that's epic.
Yeah. No, yeah. It didn't. You'd have to watch the video, but I'm not gonna be like Matt and send Dolphin hype videos. Every team has hype videos after a win. I don't need to see a Panthers dressing room speech though. So
I have seen a lot of Panthers dressing room speeches.
I won't send any more. It's fine. I won't send any
3 years. They didn't get to have any of those, so they're having their fun now. But it's a good win, and Washington's a down bad team. Any questions before we move on? Yeah, go ahead, Brett.
Not really a question, bit of a trivia. Yeah. 2 Hawaiian quarterbacks played against each other in that game. There's a third in the NFL. Any idea who it is?
Dillon Gabriel.
Nailed it. Yeah. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah, I knew he was. I knew he was Hawaiian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think because I think they talked about that when we played the Browns earlier this year. That's why I know that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Marcus Mariota mentored Tua when they were growing up.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so lots of love.
Worked out for both of them.
Lots of love between those. Lots of love between those two. Hey, Mariota's a solid backup quarterback. He's solid.
Sure.
I think a lot of teams would be happy to have him as their backup quarterback.
Yeah, fair.
All right, moving on. It's a good win. Now we have a bye.
Good win. Enjoy the bye.
Yeah, will.
Speaking of Hawaii.
Yeah, true. Headed there.
Have to say, yeah, headed there. Holy shit!
Yeah,
really?
Heading there on Sunday. Yeah. So, hey, maybe Tua's going home for the bye. Never thought about that.
You should check in with him.
Maybe I should hit up Tua. Yo, Tua, you heading home for the bye? I'll be in town.
Same, bruv. I'm heading home too.
Swing by the resort.
Yeah, no, not a resort. Going for a wedding. Jill's a friend there. So yeah.
Nice.
Next episode, you guys are just gonna have to pick a day and send a link, and hopefully I can hop in from Hawaii. I obviously make no promises, but yeah, that's where I'm likely gonna be next week. So yeah, I should hit up Tua.
We'll
But
enjoy the weather.
I'm sure I'll have some. I'll have some stories by the time I'm on the next recording. All right, moving on. We'll go straight to the Bucks and Bills. I kind of spent a lot of time on the Dolphins, so we can breeze through a couple here quick. Bills 44, Bucks 32.
Awesome.
I mean, I'll let you guys start before I say my stuff. You guys start.
Sure, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Josh Allen starts the game looking like rookie Josh Allen with the weirdest interception I've ever seen him throw, and then maybe had the best game of his entire career.
No, he does this
3
once a
rushing
year.
touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns. The only other person to do it is himself and Otto Graham in 1954.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. The man willed that team to win that game. The Bucks never quit. The Bucks were on them the entire time. The Bills are legit again.
Yeah, no, that's what's scary. Like the Bills can lose however many games this year, but when it comes down to it, as you said, like it is scary with Josh Allen. Like he can do this against any team. And yeah, if you're the Bills, like obviously with the Patriots kind of having that 3-game divisional lead right now, it's obviously not looking overly promising for that. But with that being said, the Bills just got to get into the playoffs and trust that Josh Allen can do Josh Allen things. And I mean, for the Bucks, they're obviously skidding now a little bit. They're 6-4, I want to say. 6-4 now. Yeah, they had a bye already. 6-4. But they've lost a few games I think they've lost 3 or 4, or maybe 3 in a row now. So, I don't know. If you're a Bucks fan, I would still feel obviously good about this team. But with that being said, what's that?
Don't you think the Bucks should be a little nervous about their spot as first in the NFC South?
Well, of course. But with that being said, the Bucks have a good team. Like you got to trust what you have there.
Right.
We've been saying this all year.
Right.
It's also the Rams next week, and then they kind of have a cakewalk the rest of the way. Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers. Sorry, Matt.
Hey, we'll get there.
He doesn't care.
You don't care. He doesn't care.
You guys think I let clown comments get in my head? I'm not like you guys.
What do you mean clown comments?
Oh, pretty easy matchup the rest of the way of the year. You know, we got the Panthers.
No.
Whatever team, the Panthers again.
He said the Dolphins in there too. I think it was more saying that the Panthers maybe can't catch the Bucks for first in the NFC South, but do you believe they can?
We certainly have a chance. We're right there with them. There's no reason why we can't. You know, we just gotta stay consistent. We can't have these blow up weeks like we have every other week, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Keon Coleman in the doghouse in Buffalo. He was a healthy scratch for missing a team meeting. You guys see that? Yeah.
Missed the whole game.
Yeah, he didn't dress. He didn't dress.
Yeah.
Speaking of things, just because we're on this topic, CD and Pickens missed the first drive tonight because of a punishment. I don't know what the punishment was, but
they I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but on the broadcast they said they don't know if it was for sure a punishment or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like it has to be. They're not in the clubhouse, but
you would think it definitely wasn't injury related, but yeah, that something to look into. I mean, that was Pickens' head case, so
yeah.
Just looking at look at the players receiving the ball for the Buffalo Bills this game. Like there's guys I don't even recognize their name or maybe haven't even seen before. And like Shakir, who I said last week, he is their number one receiver. I thought he was one reception for -3 yards in this game. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter because they got the win, and Josh Allen obviously does Josh Allen things and plays to an MVP caliber. The odd time, doesn't do it all the time. The Dolphins made him look pretty bad 2 weeks ago. Actually, just last week. But I mean, yeah, Josh Allen has a game like this once a year where he looks like he can just beat anybody in the world. People don't. I do want people to remember the 2 interceptions he did have, though. Almost as many interceptions as just passing touchdowns. We won't talk about the rushing ones. It doesn't matter, but it's yeah. So obviously, I never thought the Bills were bad, but I also don't think they're really good. But the AFC is just a shit show right now. So it's anybody's, and I just really we'll get to the Chiefs. But anything to add on that game before we move on?
No.
Quickly, Bills are plus 180 to win that division. Is there any chance? They play the Patriots in week 15.
No, if you got to look at the Patriots schedule, I don't see them losing much more. They're going to
You
lose
don't
to
think
us.
they're going to lose a game?
Yeah, they are to us, but that's week 18.
Right.
And they might lose to Buffalo. So yeah, no.
It's
I don't
not
know,
out of the
dude,
question, but
I
the
think they might catch
Patriots have
them.
got to start getting upset. Like teams are going to have
Yeah.
to start upsetting the Patriots.
And the Bills
Yeah.
can't have any more duds. The Bills have had more than one dud this year.
That is true. And
So-
they have the Eagles left, I think. So, yeah, that can't help.
But maybe. We are moving from that game to Jacksonville, where the Jacksonville Jaguars put up 35 and the Los Angeles Chargers 6. Shout out to Josh Hines-Allen. He became the Jaguars' all-time leader in sacks with 56. I didn't think that guy. I didn't think he's been in the league long enough to be an all-time leader for a franchise, but he is with 56 sacks for the Jags. Brett.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to tell you guys 2-3 weeks ago that we are frauds, and you laughed at me, and you're laughing at me now. I was right. This team is not for real at all.
But
If we
why?
had our offensive
I don't
linemen,
get
we'd
that.
be good.
Yeah,
Why are you guys so
I don't
ass
get it
against
either.
the
You're-
Jags?
What do you mean? What do you mean? We suck. I'm trying to tell you guys, we suck.
You don't suck.
But
We
like
do.
from my perspective, it doesn't feel like you guys suck.
Well, our defense last year was great. That is gone. And we have a better defense this year than last year. So I don't know what happened to our defensive coordinator, but something's off. We caught the Steelers on a good week, obviously, on the, they got to stay 500. So we caught them on the
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
dip, and then they won this week. I think that was a lucky game. We got a lucky win out of the Steelers. We're not good, and we're in a division where the Chiefs are probably going to catch us, and the Broncos might not lose a game the rest of the year.
Broncos are pretty much. I think I do think the Broncos pretty much have your division wrapped up. I mean, anything can change. But looking at your schedule here, you're going into a bye week. Probably, would you say bye week coming at a good time?
It would have been if we won that game. But yeah, sure. Yeah, it's nice to have a late bye.
Yeah, and Herbert may be a little banged up in that game. Get him healthy. You're coming out of the bye against the Raiders. Win.
Yep.
Then you're going to be at 8 wins.
Divisional.
You're going to be at 8 wins. Then you got the Eagles. We can say
That's not
lost.
going to be a win.
We
That
can say
defensive
lost.
line is going to murder Herbert.
So you're going to be
Just start
you're going to
trading
be
that
8,
one.
you're going to be 8-5 after that. Chiefs, I'm going to say lost because you probably split that series and you beat them first game of the year.
Always. Yeah.
So 8-6. Then you're going to play the Cowboys. Cowboys very beatable. I think you'll beat them.
Yeah.
9-6. Then you got the Texans. How do you feel about that game? You're 9-6 going into Week 17 against the Texans. Do you win that game?
CJ's back then. Their defense is incredible. I think we lose that game too.
Okay, so 9-7, and then you got the Broncos Week 18 at 9-7.
They'll be sitting there players. We might win it.
10-7 is a playoff team.
10-7 is a playoff team.
We've won too many games at this point to want to lose. So my Super Bowl this year is hopefully beating the Broncos either last game of the season or in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Other than that, I don't know what else am I supposed to be excited about? We suck.
You got to be excited about making the playoffs first of all, and then when you get in that playoffs, then anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. You can have a 27-point lead and lose it.
I asked Matt if he was going to bring that up because they were playing the Jags.
I have like Vietnam flashbacks to that like once a week, where I just find myself staring off into the distance and thinking about it.
Do you remember
Lawrence's long hair caressing the field
every week? I think.
Do you remember specific plays from it, like pretty clearly?
I remember the entire game. Yeah, I remember every touchdown.
Brett's just watching a movie in his mind every day.
Oh man, that's
it's awful.
That's sad. I think you're going to be okay, though. I don't think you're frauds. I don't think you're bad. I think you're going to be okay.
I do want to keep winning. It's just very frustrating watching.
Yeah, of course.
It's one of the first times,
That's fair.
Maybe the first time ever, I shut the game off and just went to red zone by itself.
Yeah,
after
I've done that
got
at halftime a couple times
smoked.
this year.
Yeah,
I've had a couple of those this year too.
that's a bad feeling.
Oh yeah, it's bad. And then
Just a couple.
especially it's even worse when you're on red zone and then you get Scott Hansen going in there. Don't worry, we didn't forget about this game, and then it's another score.
ATM scored another one. Yeah.
Just a couple times it's happened though, Gerbs.
Yeah, just a couple this year.
Yeah,
we've
okay.
been
Yeah,
we've lost a lot of 1-score games. We've been
It's
right
really
in there.
funny that you're asking that.
Yeah, I mean, and
Times have
you're-
changed, boys. Times have changed.
Okay, where are we at? We're at the Bears. We're at the Bears. Chicago Bears 19. Brett, unless there was anything to add about the Chargers before I move on.
How's your New
No,
Orleans O-line guy been? Is he a dog?
he's hurt.
Oh, nice.
He sucks, and he got hurt that game.
Oh, love it.
And Jim Harbaugh maybe has lost it.
No.
We've had 3 games this year where we didn't show up at all. This guy's supposed to have guys ready for war.
Dude, do I need to remind about Brandon?
What country
Staley?
are you pretending to be?
Yeah, Brandon Staley, but we had Ben Johnson in the building. We had Shane Steichen as an offensive coordinator in
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah. We Dolphins had Dan Campbell in the building.
It sucks to look at.
Yeah, it does. It does.
No, that's it.
Chicago Bears 19, Minnesota Vikings 17. At this point, I feel like we say the same thing about the Bears. They win games that we're used to seeing the Bears lose. They now sit first in the NFC North, as we've mentioned a couple times this podcast. Bears fans have to be beside themselves. They have to be excited. I would think most of them know the first place spot most likely not going to last there. They play in a very good division with a lot of very good teams, and they have a very hard schedule coming up just for those reasons. But in saying that, they did beat one of those teams in the division, the J.J. McCarthy-led Minnesota Vikings. They're now 4-6. They're in a tough spot in the NFC North with all those other, just in the NFC in general with all those other good teams. Brett, I have, this might be a time where I need to lower my sword with J.J. McCarthy. I don't want to be fully out on him, but it's hard for me to battle against him being a good quarterback when you see games like this. So maybe you were right, but he did lead
Oh God! Oh my God!
If
we're going to talk about JJ,
over here, buddy, come on over.
Well, just one sec, Matt. Like if Devin Duvernay didn't return that 56-yard return, kickoff return to set up the game-winning field goal, then we're talking about J.J. McCarthy leading them on a game-winning drive, because he did do that. He was brutal the whole game before that, but he did have a good drive when it mattered.
He did. Number one, it's the Bears, and
True.
number two,
Defense is bad.
Yeah, defense is bad. He misses everybody, and he might be in the best situation in all of football right now. He has 2 of the best receivers in the league. He has a defense that's insane, coaches that are good, defense, offense, and head coach. And he sucks. Sam Darnold was there, and he looked like Patrick Mahomes compared to J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
I'm telling you, come on over. Give up
I don't know
on
if you
him.
heard us talk about it last week, Brett Jefferson. First time ever seeing like bad body language out of him, and we saw it again this week.
Yeah.
He slammed his helmet down. Like, that's not something you're used to seeing with a guy like Jefferson.
No, and JJ is hilarious. First of all, his alter ego thing. I assume you guys saw that.
Yeah.
Where he's not JJ on the field. He's 9.
He's 9.
Yeah.
What a dork. And
That's-
then after he throws
Russell
an
Wilson
interception, he walks up. Yeah, Russell Wilson for sure. Throws an interception, and then it's just he goes around tapping guys on the pads like, let's keep going, boys. Like, dude, you have to play good.
I feel like he'd be a really good hockey player.
Why?
Maybe.
I just feel like that would be where he would excel.
Based off personality, or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Probably be better at that than quarterback.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of like to be the leader of a team and play the hardest position in sports, and having an alter ego and referring to yourself as 9 is kind of like high school type of thing.
Well,
Right.
9 has 9 interceptions in 6 games, so
Yeah. Yep.
maybe 9 needs to go back to JJ on the field.
Yeah, that's not a great stat. But if you're the Vikings, probably this year I feel like this year you just got to let them ride it out. Like, you at least got to see
For sure.
for the
Yeah.
rest of this year.
At this point, for sure.
Bears, though, Matt, hard to deny. They're now. Can we all confirm the Bears are a good football team?
We'll kind of see it once they start playing some of these good
Brett?
teams going down the stretch here.
I'm with you.
But
They're a good football team.
They're
but
good
the
football
team played well. The team played well. Quarterback struggled again, 16 for 32, same as JJ, 16 for 32. If we're going to talk about JJ being not good, then we have to rope Williams into that conversation as well. But in all around, Ben Johnson has made the difference for the Bears and not blowing these late game leads that, what was that against the Bengals when they pulled one out, and obviously they get this one against the Vikings. So I think that's the Ben Johnson effect. And I think they're still looking for someone to kind of throw the ball around a little bit, but all around a good team win.
So your angle will just be from now on that like all wins are just because of Ben Johnson, which
I'm just talking on the game that happened.
I agree. Ben Johnson is the number one reason they are where they are. But I think you can't deny Caleb Williams is putting together a good year. If you're just going to look at the box scores, obviously the stats are the same, but I think there's.
Well, that's what you say about Bryce's stats, though. Even when he wins,
what
all of his stats this year about whatever yardage they were, even though they were wins, they were still getting chirped by you. So I think it's a two-way street.
Yeah, no, I was watching those games too. Like it's not.
No, you weren't, but okay.
It's not test. Yeah, I was.
Yeah. No, you weren't, but okay.
As much as you're watching Caleb Williams, I watched Bryce Young.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Caleb throw the ball once this year.
That's just not that can't be true.
Maybe on Red Zone, I guess, but
for sure on Red Zone you have.
I usually watch the Panthers play.
Yeah, they don't play at the same time as the Bears every week.
What's that?
They don't play at the same time as the Bears every week, and then you probably have Red Zone on.
Well, the 4 o'clock window is always iffy. We have a family life here.
Yeah,
I can't watch football 10 hours straight.
Christmas dinners the first week in November.
Yeah,
of course.
Brad, anything to add on Bears Vikings before we move on?
I looked at who was leading in interceptions this year, and the Bears have 3 of the top 5.
Wow!
So that might explain some of these wins.
Yeah, defense. I think defense is bad, but they have a shit ton of turnovers.
And then, their offensive line was bad last year. They seem to have figured that out a little bit. Or Caleb's just that good in the pocket. He is good in the pocket.
Who looks awesome
super well yet.
Who looks awesome this year is DeAndre Swift.
He does. I was waiting on him last year.
Yeah. He looks really good. All right. Carolina Panthers 30 in overtime against the Atlanta Falcons. Massive win for the Carolina Panthers. Biggest win of the year. It's got to be, right?
I mean, we've had quite a few of them. The Atlanta Falcons isn't a surprise. We've kind of owned them the last couple of years now. Obviously, beating the Packers in Lambeau, I would say is probably the biggest. But going forward, or not going forward, really, and anytime you get a win in this league is your biggest win of the season. So just got to keep getting wins, and it was a good all around game. Obviously, Bryce broke some records, no big deal. 448 with three passing touchdowns on the day. Broke a franchise record.
Did he have the most passing yards? Did he have the most passing yards this week out of any quarterback?
I'm not sure.
Oh, the answer is no. Jacoby Brissett did.
Well, congrats. Yeah, 47 completions. I would hope so.
Yeah. No, I just want to make sure I just got that in. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just focus on my team. Yeah, it was a great game. Again, bonafide wide receiver 1, T-Mac, 6th in the league in receiving yards. This game he had 8 for 130 and 2 touchdowns. Again, that is 6th in the league in receiving yards. Just an all-around great game from him. Just a couple stats. Most game winning drives since the start of 2023. We've got Gino with 9, Jalen Hurts with 9, Josh Allen with 9, Patrick Mahomes with 9, Bryce Young with 10. Holy shit. Passing yards against the Falcons this year. Baker Mayfield 167, Josh Allen 180, Mac Jones 150, Tua 200, Jake May 250, Daniel Jones 255, Bryce Young 448.
What are you reading? What are you reading off right now?
Passing yards against the Falcons this year.
Passing yard against the Falcons.
Yeah, no, just to show there's been a lot of good quarterbacks that have gone against the Falcons this year. No one has shit on them like Bryce Young has, though.
Why are you mad at us?
I have a stat.
Okay.
Bryce Young has yet to throw in the 200 yards passing this year. He's never been in the 200s.
Hell yeah.
Just 1s and 4s.
Love that.
That's amazing.
and a 3 in there.
Yeah. I left that out. I thought I could squeak that by you. It was a shit ton of ones, probably some double digits in there actually, and then one.
Are you going to talk about Caleb Williams throwing for in the hundreds this week, too?
What's that?
Or just Bryce? Just Bryce's ones, or Caleb Williams? He had 3 in the ones and had to win this week too. Are you going to talk bad about him?
Okay,
in the games he gets a win with throwing under 200 yards, or just Bryce? It just applies to Bryce. Yeah. Okay. No. Now we know.
Yeah. Normally,
Brett. Any questions?
Probably just be Bryce.
Brett. Any questions?
I think we did talk bad about Caleb. Yeah. Well, question: what is the goal here? Because I listened to last week and you lost, and you did not sound that upset.
You didn't seem like
trying to win this division. Are you
boys? You got to stay humble. You can't be too high. You can't be too low. You just got to ride the season. You got to trust your guys.
Matt, you can be too high. This is unbelievable what you're doing.
I'm not being too high. I don't want to be that guy, because we've lost 3 games horrendously this year after big wins. Like, I'm not going to get too high after win, because every time we get our asses beat badly the following week.
Maybe
I'm going to ride it out.
Maybe if you
I'm
got
going to let David Canales get the boys ready for war every week, and just see what happens, and trust this team.
Who?
His coach,
David Canales. No, that's how Bryce pronounces it. Canales.
Oh,
he does. Oh, you and Bryce are very similar.
Bryce has Mexican in his
I just don't like. I just don't understand. Like, if you would have beat the Saints last week, like, and when I was talking to you, it didn't seem like it bothered you that you lost to them, because it was just divisional. And here's where I'm at with divisional, by the way. I understand and I can admit that some weird things happen in divisional games, but you should not be allowed to use it as an excuse if you lose to a bad team. If I mean, the Dolphins maybe are bad this year too, but if a year when we were really good and we lose to the Jets, I shouldn't be allowed to use that as an excuse that it's divisional. Like,
well, I'm going to say is welcome to football, where divisional upsets happen every week. Welcome to football.
They don't happen every week. Did they happen this week? Was there one this week?
The Panthers. They weren't favored in this game.
Okay, well, I mean, like, obviously, like, that game was basically a pick 'em, wasn't it? It was like 3 points.
No,
it was like 3.
It was +4.5.
I mean, that's not a huge underdog. That's a game that could have gone either way.
Oh, so it's just up to you to decide how big of an underdog it is. It's just up to you.
Dude, the Saints are a horrible team, and you needed to beat them.
We didn't. We play them again, though, and we'll beat them that time.
What is the goal for the season? So the goal is just to hopefully get wins, miss the playoffs, and
keep progressing towards playing meaningful games throughout the entire season. And if we're playing a meaningful game in week 18 and we get a win, we're going to the dance.
You sound
that's what you got to go for. You got to just get in the dance.
I guess
if we're playing a meaningful game in week 18 and we win it, that means we are going to the party.
You know what? I just figured it out. He's doing this because the next 2 games are 49ers Rams.
I still think I like our chances against the 49ers.
But I just think, like, you guys are having a fun, good season. Like, you've had some games that are fun.
We've had a lot of lows, dude. We've had some really bad losses.
Trust me, I know that. But you've also had some, like, good times, and people are starting to say nice things about the Panthers, and maybe they're frisky. Like,
just because I don't act to my team the way you act about the Dolphins and getting way head over your heels for a team that's not actually ever been good, doesn't mean I need to do the same.
I'm not saying you got to act like me, but I just don't understand why it's not like why you're not talking about playoffs more. Like, I just don't hear you talk about.
What do you mean? I've been talking about playing meaningful games in week 18 the whole season.
Why do you keep saying meaningful games in week 18? Why can't you say playoffs?
Because that means you're playing for something. That means you're playing for something. You're playing for a seed. You're playing for a playoff spot. You're playing for something important.
Yeah.
For a team that has had less than 5 wins the last 5 years in a row, I think wanting to play a meaningful week 18 game is a pretty fair ask. And I honestly couldn't care less what you think about it.
We're all saying the same thing. Also, by your logic, this week's win didn't even count because it was divisional.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we've owned the Falcons for quite a while now, but sure.
But the Falcons fans, okay. I guess
the Chiefs are also favored against the Broncos this week.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. like I said, I know divisional things happen. I just don't think you should be allowed to use it as an excuse. That's, I guess, where I'm at. Maybe I'm wrong.
All I'm saying is upsets happen in division. If you look at the stats
I
of
understand.
upsets
Upsets
of
happen in
divisional
every
versus
game.
non-divisional, they're higher percentage in divisional.
Well, there's more. No, that doesn't make sense. No, that was going to be.
He's right there. Divisional does matter, but you
For sure. I'm admitting that.
Whoa, so now it matters. Holy moly!
I literally
always
just said that.
But you said the Saints loss didn't matter because it was divisional. It mattered.
No, I didn't say that. We lost. You have to move on. And look, we moved on and we won. We play them again. We'll get them next time. That's all you can do. You can't sit there and stew about it for a whole week and let it bother you
every week.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I'm not going to let that because we just, I trust Canales' positive energy. And
what's his actual name?
Canales.
I'm literally saying it, but it's just, I'm saying it the way Bryce would say, Canales.
Yeah, there's a little flavor on the end of it.
Yeah, a little Mexi.
And shout out Tate or whatever the fuck his name is.
He doesn't like
T-Mac.
Tet. I heard. Yeah, he does. I heard that on the broadcast. He doesn't like Tet.
Well,
Yeah,
T-Mac is
bonafide number
Tracy
one, though.
McGrady, so
Great boys, bonafide number one.
He's sick.
He's very
I'm not
good.
gonna argue with you there.
I'm not going to say bonafide number
I'm
one.
just looking for hands up. 6th in the league in receptions in receiving yards as a rookie is pretty impressive. But
He's on his way. That's, to me, it's his second really good game this year. So I'm not going to throw the bonafide label on there quite yet, but he's a very good wide receiver for sure.
All right.
You're really pissing me off. I don't know exactly why, but you just really are.
It's because I don't get too hot and heavy. But go ahead.
You don't get too hot and heavy. We should ask.
No.
Pittsburgh Steelers 34, Cincinnati Bengals 12. This could have easily gone on our games that don't deserve our time because I think the Bengals are officially toast. Jamar Chase, by the way, suspended for a game I saw.
Yeah.
For
a
alleged
lot of
split.
money.
I didn't see the video. Was it a clear spit? I saw I was watching the game when it happened, but they didn't show anything too close.
I don't know if my eyes are just bad, but I couldn't see the lug.
He spit on him.
Yeah.
Also, Brady, you texted in our group chat that you were all over Ramsey. He was in the right there to hit him.
Well, I didn't know it was a spit at the time, but Ramsey's still a bitch. I hate him. Would have I spit on him? No, wouldn't do that to a man.
Although they asked Chase and he said he didn't. So
yeah. And then Steelers, you just hit a hawk Tua.
That's what Jamar did.
I thought we were done hearing about that. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that in a long time from anybody.
Let's bring it back.
No.
Spit on that thing.
I think.
We got to get that clip. Just the clip of just Matt's screen going spit on that. We got to get that clipped big time. Steelers. This was the only thing I think of when this game is when Matt and I were doing our spread picks last week. I said Cincinnati on the spread, and then I said, "Wait, no, the Steelers just go back and forth." And I hated the play, but this is literally like who do the Steelers play this week? We just talked about it, didn't we? Bears. So I feel like the Bears are in line for probably a big win here.
Rodgers out too, broken wrist or something.
Yeah, left wrist play.
I think he tried to get back in the game.
Yeah,
to his credit.
So if he wants to play, just let him play. He's not going to be back in Pittsburgh next year. He might not even be back in the NFL. Just let him play.
It'd be fine just letting Mason Rudolph play a couple games.
They might be happy with that. But Rodgers going back to Chicago where he's like put up insane stats his whole career there with Green Bay. Let him do that.
True.
True. I don't have much more on Bengals are obviously in tough.
Yeah, that game is just kind of a nothing for me.
Yeah. Do you think they tell Joey B just relax, maybe take the rest of the season off at this point? You probably still want to get them in a game, but I don't know why.
Yeah, because they're saying Thanksgiving is a possibility, which is not this week, but the week after. Who do they play this week? They play the Patriots. Oof. But then they do play the Ravens, and let's be The Ravens will probably have 6 wins at that time. If somehow the Bengals win this week, they're at 4. That means yes, get Joe Burrow in there. You're only 2 games back of the Ravens because we all know the Steelers will downfall and just be 8-9 or 9-8.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just don't think.
But either way, it does feel like the Bengals season's over. Like they basically have to do the Miami and win out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, we can maybe afford to lose one, maybe, but we'll see. Rams 21, Seahawks 19. So I was watching most of this game on Red Zone with things, but then I was driving in like the last 5 minutes. Last I checked, the Rams were pretty comfortably up in this one with Sammy D having 4 interceptions. How did it get so close at the end? Like I missed probably honestly the last like 6 minutes of this game. How did it get close enough at the end that all of a sudden the Seahawks were driving down the field with a chance to kick a game-winning field goal? And they had a chance at it, missed a 64-yarder, I think it was. But what happened here? Was there a turnover I missed or something? I don't know if either of you know, but maybe.
No, I'm trying to see it because I don't recall either.
Okay.
All I know is Ken Dog Walker got the touchdown with 2 minutes left.
It was just a drive by Sammy D. They were a kick away. They kicked the ball to tie the game.
Yeah. So obviously after the Kenneth Walker touchdown, I'm sure the Seahawks kicked off the ball and then they must have forced a 3-and-out or something.
Yeah.
Right.
4 plays. They got the Rams got a first down, I think, and then they went 3-and-out after that.
Yeah. So I mean, Seahawks defense is elite. Sammy D. At least the conversation needs to be had because I feel like this is very similar now with just this one game because everyone was saying this is a massive game. This is possibly for the division. I remember this last year with Sammy D in Minnesota when they played the Lions. That was it week 17 or 18. I don't remember exactly, but that was for the division. He kind of shit the bed. This game, 4 interceptions. I'm a Sammy D supporter. I don't want it to be like this, but it needs to be a conversation. Is this like in a big game? Is this what you're going to get from Sammy D?
I'm not ready to say that yet. I mean, I still think Sammy D is a really good quarterback. Still believe in him, obviously. But it's in a way, and I know it's just not because of Darnold. Obviously, Darnold didn't play good, but he had moments of playing good too. But for this game to be as close as it was in a way, and for him to throw 4 interceptions, obviously it's a testament to the Seahawks D, keeping them in that game as well.
Yeah, Seahawks, very good D.
Yes, but I don't know. I still believe in Sammy D. Like he has beat some good teams this year, and I don't know. They still play the Rams again. I still think they played the 49ers once, maybe even twice, for sure once. So I don't know. I do see what you're saying with Sammy Darnold. Like I do feel in the playoff game, if you had to bet on all the quarterbacks to make it to the playoffs this year, guys who would likely shit the bed. Unfortunately, Sammy D might be higher on that list of guys.
Yeah, like
with a higher chance to shit the bed.
Let's throw out a few names of like just big quarterbacks that are going to be in like big playoff games, most likely. Like Matthew Stafford, obviously that was the head-to-head, so we won't say. But even like, are you taking Baker Mayfield or Sammy D in a big game?
Baker, without a doubt.
Yeah, Baker for sure.
So Josh Allen.
Yeah,
obviously, probably Allen. Mahomes, obviously Mahomes. Who's another one that's going to be in there?
Lamar's over him.
Jared Goff.
I take Darnold over Danny Dimes.
I might take Darnold over Goff.
Yeah, I might too.
Caleb Williams.
I'd take Sammy on that one.
Yeah, me too.
Aaron Rodgers.
Sammy.
Bo Nix.
I don't actually. Rodgers in a playoff game. I don't know. Maybe he turns back the clock once.
But the Steeler effect just makes it seem not good.
Yeah. Bo Nix. I'm taking Bo.
I'm taking Sam.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get to that game because there's some.
Quickly, shout out Devontae Adams. Thousands catch. His stat line was 1-1-1.
Yeah,
incredible.
Wow,
awesome.
1 yard, 1 catch, 1 touchdown.
Yeah,
little Thursday night or Monday Night Football update. 31-9 for the Cowboys.
Good.
George Pickens 9 receptions for 144 and a tutty. CeeDee Lamb with a tutty. Ferguson with a tutty. That's about it.
Cowboys. I mean, I feel like this is pretty predictable that they were gonna. The Cowboys are a beat up on bad teams type of team.
Yep.
Yeah. off a bye week too.
Decently predictable. Brock Bowers having a decent game by any chance?
4 for like 58.
Denver Broncos 22, Kansas City Chiefs 19. Brett, I meant to text you before this game because I wanted to hear your take. What was the result that was best for you with this game? As far as who
I
won?
thought about it all week.
Yeah.
I think it was the Chiefs winning if we won.
Right, 'cause then you have a
so
chance at the
Chiefs
division.
losing is good. Yes, right. So we lost. So I think this is the best opportunity.
Yeah. Which has
I would
got to
ma-
hurt you a little bit to see, right?
What would you guys rather have? Truly,
As
like if you
as
were
far-
in, as the Chiefs or the Broncos winning that game.
if I was in your shoes,
Yeah.
the problem is I feel like just for the pain factor, like this is kind of what I'm dealing with this year. Like I'm used to seeing the Bills win division and not us. All of a sudden, it's not going to be the Bills winning division. It's this third team that comes in and passes, and now it's them.
Mhm.
So I feel like that could be similar for the pain factor there. But if I'm you, I think probably the Chiefs losing as much as possible is probably the most beneficial to you.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. The Broncos just don't have that many losses at the end of the day, and the odds of catching them, just probably aren't that high.
Especially after this week, the loss to the Jags was a killer.
Yeah,
And even
It's great
like
to see Mahomes kind of off. That's
Yeah.
fun to see. It's the first
Yeah.
time I think I've ever seen that. That was nice, but I still think they're gonna catch us. So I don't know if it even mattered.
well,
It
I was
sucks
saying
that
even,
he's winning because people keep telling me he's good and he's not.
yeah, even for the Broncos winning that game though, I think if you get to the playoffs and you had to pick between playing the Broncos or the Chiefs, I think you should still want to play the Broncos over the Chiefs.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
But Bo Nix, say what you want about him. Obviously, nothing's looked pretty. The guy has the clutch factor.
yeah, he does.
I mean,
he does.
shows up at the end of the games. I'll give you
Yeah.
that. He did throw the ball 40 times and only completed 20 of those.
And
He misses so many guys.
Yeah, he definitely has some misses. Their defense is elite, and they're missing Patrick Surtain, and they're missing Dobbins, by the way, season-ending injury again. Got a feel for that guy.
Mhm.
It might be the
It's
only
every-
good thing the Chargers have done the last couple of years. Get rid of Eckler and Dobbins just in time for them both to get injured
Wow.
every year. I'm not wrong.
I wonder where Gus the Bus
Yeah,
is
you're
at
right.
right now.
Is he still on your
All
team?
about him. No, God, no. I have
No.
no idea where he is.
Gus can't be signed. I wouldn't think he's got to be on
Let me
a
see.
practice squad, maybe. Gus,
You guys
Edwards.
continue. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I just mean that the Broncos defense could for sure carry them to some success this year in the playoffs. Matt, where as far as like enjoying or not enjoying the Broncos, where are you at with them? Like, would you like to see them go on a little bit of run, or are you fine if they lose first round of playoffs? Like, their defense is electric. There's no doubt. Offense looks weird at times, but then they play entertaining games. It would probably be stressful, but
Yes, yeah, they are an entertaining team for sure. In regards to seeing success in the postseason, not sure I really care yet at this point to see them do too much. If they do, good for them, obviously. But I just think they're an entertaining team. Obviously, whoever they play in the playoffs, I think it'll be a fun matchup. But they're a good team. They're a fun team. Lots of playmakers on that team and a great D. And I don't know, maybe it's just the stadium or the way the cameras are, but I always think the games in Denver look so cool on television too.
yeah,
Mhm.
and they always say it's one of the more real home field advantages with the altitude there. So I don't know, and the fans are a little crazy. Do you got an answer on Gus Edwards, Brett?
I don't think he's playing for anyone.
Wow,
There's nothing on the score about him. Last thing he got placed on RI for the Chargers, but that was last year. Quickly, I think there's six surprising teams this year. 4 of them might have a chance at a Super Bowl. Sorry, Matt, taking the Panthers and probably the Bears out of that. Colts, Broncos, Seahawks, Patriots. Who do you trust most?
Colts, Broncos, Patriots, and who?
Seahawks.
Because before this week, I think it was the Seahawks for me, but it might be the Patriots now that Sammy's seeing ghosts again.
I might have to take the Broncos.
Broncos is probably who I'd be between the Broncos and the Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks would be second.
But maybe is that disrespectful to the Colts for having an unbelievable year? Maybe,
but I do think like when you go into the playoff picture here, again, that scale we just talked about of quarterbacks potentially to shit the bed, Danny Dimes has to be pretty high on that list too of the chance of it happening.
Mm-hmm.
Just from what,
just of what we've seen, like over the years, over the years, like. And again, maybe that leaf has turned and maybe that's not Danny Dimes anymore. But I think out of those teams, I would choose them over the Patriots. So I guess the Patriots would be last on the list for me.
Yeah,
really,
which is weird because like obviously they're 9-2 and they're a very good team.
They're last on my list. I'll admit that's extreme bias for me.
There could be a little bit in there for me as well,
but it. Other than the Patriots being one of those teams in there, it's nice for the league to have some change at the top. At least in week, we'll see what it looks like by the time week 18 rolls around. But as we are in week 12, that's what it's like. That was some good digging up there, Brett. Top 5 of the week, quick. It'll be a quick one. I listened back to a little bit to last week's episode, and I talked about it a few times, and then just never did it. So I'm gonna quick say my ones from last week. No discussion on it, and they were written out before this week happened. Before this week happened. So I did make quick little couple changes, but I was going to do bona fide number 1 wide receivers. Which could you just say that's the top 5 best wide receivers in the league? Sure. But I like the word bona fide ever since it was used on this podcast very early on in a young man's career. So bona fide number 1s. This is this season. This is nothing to do with prior time in their career. Bona fide number 1s this season. We have Jackson Smith-Njigba, number 1. He has been dominant. He has 1,146 receiving yards. The next closest is Jamar Chase with 861. That's insane. And he has a shit ton of touchdowns, and he's just kind of at least for me watching, like, Seahawks kind of go under the radar a tiny bit, and he's been an absolute dog. I do have Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson at 2 and 3 still. Switch them up however you want. It hasn't been fantastic for either of them this year, like not what they're used to, but they still do have those games where you can just see they're still a bona fide number 1, and I would want them for this year. And they're still having pretty good years in their own right. I do have Puka Nacua at number 4. He was on a record pace before he got hurt. He has slowed up a tiny bit, but I still think he's an absolute dog. And then I have Drake London in the 5 slot. We'll see with Michael Penix out, which I don't think we talked about. Season ender for him.
Likely season ending. Drake May also missing this week.
Drake London or May?
Drake London.
Oh,
I was gonna say I wasn't gonna get excited for injury, but I was gonna ask more about it. I have Drake London at 5. That's tough. He's missing this week. Honorable mentions for bona fide number 1 is CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Waddle, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Those are my honorable mentions for bona fide number 1s. Any quick comments about that list? Any problems with it? So it goes Jackson Smith-Njigba, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Puka Nacua, and Drake London.
I think that's pretty fair list with how they've performed this year, those guys.
There's some
hard to argue with that.
Yeah. CD Waddle and St. Brown were my honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
Fine with the honorable mentions too.
Some of them.
And then this one too. I Google has really pissed me off. You can ask Jill. She said I was being a little dramatic, and maybe I was, but I was really pissed off at Google because I really want to do top 5 brother combinations in the NFL, which I do have my 5. I do have my list, but Google for some reason, and maybe it's the way I'm searching it, I could not get a set list of the current brothers in the NFL. Like, I wanted to be the current ones. All they kept talking about was Jason and Travis Kelce and J.J. Watt and T.J. Watt and the what were they? The Devin and what's his name, McCourtney or McCarthy brothers, or who were they?
McCourty.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the kind of shit they were giving me. I want current. So I do have my list of my top 5 brother combinations in the NFL currently, and at the number 1 slot, I do have to go with the McCaffreys. Christian McCaffrey, still one of the best running backs in the league, possibly the best on some people's list. And then his brother Luke had a tough injury a couple weeks ago with the Commanders, but he was a return specialist and then started making some big plays at wide receiver. And I think
he was looking valuable this year.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a good player for the Commanders when he gets back healthy. So I do have them as my number 1 brothers in the NFL. At number 2, we're heading to the coaches. I have the Harbaughs at number 2.
I was hoping you'd throw them
Super Bowl winning coach with the Ravens, and he's been there since 2008. I knew it was a long time. 2008 is wild though. And then John obviously had a few years with the 49ers, had some good runs. He was there for the Kaepernick era, I believe.
Jim,
sorry, mix them up. John was with the Ravens. Jim with the 49ers, and then he was a national champion in college, and now trying to bring some of that championship pedigree to his Chargers. And Brett possibly said he's done, but he's a great coach. He's a great coach, and I don't think Brett meant it either. Did you?
No, it's Monday. If we recorded it on Wednesday, I wouldn't have said it.
Yeah. Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, number 3. Yeah. I really don't like either of them, but I had to. I try not to be biased.
That is fair.
Try not to be biased on my list. And then I have the Browns at number 4. Chase Brown, Sidney Brown. Sidney Brown, more of a special team guy, does get some looks on defense, but he's had I think he had a block punt return for a touchdown this year.
Mm-hmm.
More of a special teams guy, but those guys are important too. And then Chase Brown has been picking it up a little bit and is the clear RB1 with the Bengals and Canadians, and they love a good Tylenol commercial, like Matt does actually. Advil. Great pain relief. Sorry, I shouldn't have taken your line. They'd love a good commercial as well that you see. So the Browns at number 4, and then at number 5, don't like either of these guys. The Diggs. Trayvon's been hurt for a while, but he's a solid cornerback. And if I'm being unbiased again, both these guys do affect their position a good amount when healthy. So I got to go with Trayvon and Stephon Diggs.
I think Trayvon's not a good cornerback. He gives up a lot of bad plays.
He is really boomer bust. It's either interception or there's an 80-yard touchdown going past him.
I might have already said it, but Eli Apple vibes, mega.
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
What
mega?
Off top of your head, brothers I missed.
The ETNs, man.
ETNs, yeah, and the Herberts.
I was gonna say Justin and Patrick.
Yeah, I needed a little more from Patrick.
Patrick's just breaking the internet. No one thinks he's real.
I need a little more from Patrick for that duo, and then whoever your ETN is, Matt. Has he done anything this year? And what position does he play?
He's RB3, but he's the kick returner.
Okay. I should have taken more of a look at him then. Yep. Because Travis is having a bit of a bounce back year, so I should have taken more of a look at the ETNs.
For sure.
Also, the Pauls. There's a O-line on the Dolphins that has a O-line brother on the Commanders. They were in Madrid together this weekend. Could have added them in. Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Yeah. So there's my top 5. So a little 2-4 for the people this week. Okay. Get through our last game is the Eagles-Lions. Last game of the week. The Philadelphia Eagles 16, the Detroit Lions 9. Philadelphia continues to kind of a little bit of the Denver Broncos style win ugly games, but they've also just played the Eagles' schedule has been insane. They've played so many good teams, and they just continue to beat them all. They're 8-2, first in the NFC East. We had AJ Brown going on streaming, whatever, Twitch this past week, and saying, if you have me in fantasy, drop me. He did have a bit of a better game. You could see there was some clear, okay, we should probably target this guy. He did have 7 receptions for 49 yards. 7 has to be the most by a good chunk that he's had this year. So it's still crazy with him, but overall primetime games just stunk.
Yeah,
time.
especially Eagles primetime games.
Yeah.
Everything
They've
hits
won
the
'em all.
under when they're playing.
Yeah.
I mean, their defense is fun. It's really good.
Yeah.
But back to AJ Brown, they kind of spam the AJ Brown button to keep him happy. I think 11
Oh, yeah.
targets that game,
Yeah.
and it felt like more while you were watching it.
Yeah.
Make sure
Yeah.
he doesn't make an Instagram post after the game.
Seriously, or say something stupid in the. We had a three-way parlay for that game, and we had the over in it. You could just I mean, I don't think any of them hit, so it didn't matter. Barkley
Nope.
might have got his yards, but you could just tell right away, just punt fest, punt fest, punt fest, punt fest. Dan Campbell didn't look like he knew how to call a play all of a sudden. Maybe that was predictable. He went from the Commanders to the Eagles. And they even talked about that on the broadcast. Like, it's like, well, it's one thing to call plays against the Commanders defense and then go to a primetime game against the Eagles. So maybe he should just give that up again, because he was just going for it on every fourth down, which he's done. Which I don't hate that. I don't hate him for that at all. But I mean, it was just kind of ugly game. Is there something big happening, Matt?
Just waiting to see what happens with Bowers here.
What did happen?
Touchdown, not for Bowers.
Touchdown.
That's too bad.
Tucker or something.
Tucker.
Yeah,
maybe not.
Wide receiver one for the Raiders. Is that game in close at all?
31-15, pending an extra point.
How much time left?
Fourth quarter just started.
Okay, yeah, there's some game left. I'll maybe tune in for the end.
So was Dan Campbell calling plays still that game?
Yeah, he was.
He was.
Yeah.
Maybe give that back up, brother.
Yeah.
Although it's not his fault. Like, here's a hot take for you guys: the Lions are a quarterback away from winning a Super Bowl.
You don't think Goff's the guy?
No, we've seen him in a Super Bowl. He scored 3 points.
Yep.
His last 18 throws of that game, he completed 2 of them. And
Really?
they got screwed by a pass interference call at the end, but I don't think it would have made a difference.
No.
He couldn't do anything on that night. It was awful to watch.
It is a good, yeah. I mean, it's a hot take, but it's not like a scorching hot take.
But I'm more of a Goff guy. I don't mind Goff.
I think he's very good.
He had some horrible passes this past game, and he's had some games like that. And I actually, now that you say it, in the Commanders game in the playoffs too, kind of shit the bed a little bit there. But it was more so their defense. I don't know. The Lions are a team, like, we get so excited about them, and everybody does, and rightfully so. Their offense against mediocre defenses just looks awesome. Like, Gibbs runs all over the place. You'll hit the Jameson Williams button, which they did in fact hit this game with a long touchdown. Amon-Ra is always there. Montgomery switches in with Gibbs. He's awesome. Sam Laporta, who was missing that game, makes big plays. But then when they play like a really good defense, which I should fact check myself with some of the other games they played this year, but it just seems like they're a little more scrambly and I don't know, like, playoffs. Who did they beat first round of playoffs to get to Washington? Do you guys remember?
Oh God.
Because they would have had to beat somebody, right?
Because I think first.
No, they didn't get the bye.
Or did they? They might have.
Maybe
Because
they
they
did.
beat-
Because I
they
don't
beat
remember them playing
Minnesota.
anyone else. That's right. Yeah, because the commies, we all thought they would kill them coming off the bye.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Lions haven't won. Did they win a playoff game 2 years ago? I'm really struggling to remember their playoff.
I am too.
Who's in the Super Bowl last year? Oh, yeah, the Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles Chiefs last year. But what about the Lions?
I can't fucking remember.
That's painful. I don't even know a quick way to search that while I'm trying to talk as well. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Let's move on. It's late.
Yeah.
Slate?
What?
What'd you say?
I said, let's move on. It's late. And I just
Oh.
looked up and you're just staring at me.
I thought you said slate. I was like, what the heck does that mean?
Slay. I said.
2023. They beat the Rams in the wild card game, and then they beat the Buccaneers in the divisional.
Oh, okay. And then lost to who?
No idea. Didn't give me that.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay, so they've won a few games. I didn't even have much of a point behind looking that up. But thanks, Brad. I was
Yeah.
curious to know that. Matt, you got anything or spread game? Want me to read my ad? Will you get that ready? Our
Yep.
ad. 509 Tech. We love them. We sure do. Today's episode is brought to you by 509 Tech Services, your go-to experts for phone, tablets, and computer repair. From cracked screens and dead batteries to affordable phone plans, they've got you covered. Looking for a new device? They sell certified pre-owned phones backed by a full 1 year warranty. Learn more, shop online at 509techservices.ca. Mention Sunday Fun Day and receive 10% off your purchase. That's 509techservices.ca. Fast, friendly, and reliable tech you can trust. Matty P, tell me some good things about the spread game. I was on a bit of a slide. I know I got one of the Steelers. Tell me good things. I think there's good things for me.
Yep. Yeah, you went 2-3 or 2-1, hitting Miami minus 2.5, Pittsburgh minus 4.5. You had the Falcons. Didn't go well. Brett. Poor Brett. 0-3.
Oh,
I wasn't here. All right.
your
You
picks,
texted
though.
them in.
Yeah.
KC minus 3.5, Minnesota minus 2.5, Green Bay minus 7.5, all duds. I'm currently 1-1. Obviously, I hit Carolina plus 4. Missed out on the Bucks, and I currently have Dallas minus 3.5.
That's looking good.
So we'll see how this pans out. And then our listener Cody went 2-1, hitting San Fran minus 2, and Seattle plus 2.5. They lost by 2, so that hook got him. In a good way. And then this week we have Sam with his picks. We have the Colts plus 3.5, Pittsburgh plus 3, and Baltimore minus 13. Colts play who? Chiefs. Pittsburgh plays the Bears, and Baltimore plays the Jets.
The Jets.
Jets, yep.
And with the order is myself, Brady, Brett. With my first pick, I'm going to go against Sam, and I'm going to take KC minus 3 at home against the Colts. Hard to imagine a world where we have a 5-6 KC team. Pretty much the only logic behind that one.
Yeah. No, that was high up on my list. And then the other one high up on my list, I'm strictly dedicated to following the trend of Steelers going back and forth with good and bad games. So to follow that trend, I need to take the Chicago Bears minus 2.5 against the Steelers.
Nice.
Love that. We're just going right up against Sam.
Right up against Sam so far.
And Brett with back-to-back.
Give me the Falcons. I know Penix is out. Maybe they figure it out. It's the Saints. Tyler Shuck. I don't trust him at all. Bounce back game for them, maybe.
Tyler Shuck 1-0 in his last
1.5. That's a great stat. And then this is a bit of a spite pick, but give me the Cardinals over the Jags, plus 2.5. Jacoby Brissett can't throw for that many yards and lose again.
Yeah.
True.
It's actually insane how many times he threw the ball. His arm had to be so sore.
It is ridiculous. 57 throws.
Gerbs.
Yep. Give me the. Oof. I just think it's too high of a spread for a team that's going to be somewhat desperate in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I still think they probably lose, but +7 is a lot of points against the Los Angeles Rams. +7.
Yeah, I was going to go with that too.
It
seems like that'll be a barn burner of a Sunday night or a close game.
Hopefully with lots of points. We got to will. Maybe we just start betting over every prime time just to will one of these.
Until we hit one.
Don't
Yeah,
hit
one of
that.
them got a hit.
And then I will take Detroit minus 10.5 at home against the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with my last pick,
Good pick.
I'll go to a Monday nighter, the only primetime game of the year for the boys. Give me Carolina +7 on the road against the 49ers. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
There's a little fire.
There we go.
Me?
Super Bowl. Let's talk Super Bowl. Why not?
Oh, relax. All right, back to Brady.
Yeah. Seahawks minus 12.5. Big number, but
Nice.
they'll cover it. Seahawks minus 12.5 against the Titans.
Mm,
Titans sad.
yep.
Really sad.
So tough to
Cam Ward.
like. I kind of was tuning into that game because if they won, that was massive for Survivor Pool. And it was just a sad watch. Really sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Besides Survivor Pool, I can't imagine myself watching a second of the Titans the rest of the way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Thought Cam Ward would be a little more exciting than he is.
Mhm.
I'm going opposite of Matt. Sorry, brother. 49ers are healthy all of a sudden. Minus
Yeah.
6.5 Monday night.
No, that's okay. That's good. I actually, superstition wise, I needed someone to pick against the Panthers because Brady did last week.
Oh, you should have told me. I
This
would
week, Brett will take the loss. It'll all be good.
I can't wait.
By the way, with the Titans, Kelvin Ridley came back from missing like 6 or 7 games, caught one pass, and I think it was fibula done.
Really?
Something
Wow.
out for the year. I forget exactly the injury, but just a tough year for Kelvin Ridley because he's
Didn't even
like,
hear about that.
he has a chance to be one of a decent. What's happening in the game?
Safety.
The
For who?
Cowboys just got
Cowboys
Gino
just
in the end
safety.
zone.
Genty.
No.
Oh, Genty.
Yep.
All right. Well, good episode, boys.
Great episode, boys. Everyone enjoy week 12. It is crazy. Like, week 18 is not far away. Like,
Yeah.
we are literally
on.
2/3. I'm just saying, like,
Where is
I
the
keep-
Super Bowl this year?
sometimes I look at the records, no idea.
San Fran.
Sometimes I look at the records on the television, I'm like, wow, like, we've played that many games already. Like, it's crazy.
Mhm.
It is.
But anyway,
Too fast.
week 12, always pounding, keep pounding.
Would you take a trip out to San Fran if the Panthers were in the Super Bowl?
Yep.
We'll win a bye week in Hawaii.
Fuck the Broncos.
Prime time,
Pins
be
up.
there.